Hello, and we're out and about again, and we're in the Sambor Prei Kuk complex, and this is Ye Poan, and it is quite simply marvellous. It's taken some days to get here because we're on day 4 of our 4-day trip, and we've seen some absolute delights. Now what you see behind me is the main temple, but over Sven's muscular shoulder is another temple there, another there, another there, another there, and another there. They're all together because they're mates. That's the way I like to think of it. So we're going to dash around those later, but firstly, let's go inside. And here's a big one. And isn't it lovely to have these steps here, the original steps? This is the way all those, oh my goodness, oh, let's take a moment. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And what you're not getting on account, there's no Smelly Vision app yet, is the scent of the joss sticks. I have been fortunate enough to be in the tomb of the Great Pyramid at Giza, the king's chamber, and it's reminding me of that, but much bigger, much bigger. Oh wow. I'm just naturally speaking quieter because it demands some reverence. Oh wow. Let's have a quick look up so you can judge the size of this giant. Right, and what we have is a huge altar. It is big. It is so big. Oh Lord, there's another one at the back here. Why is there 2? Must have been a jolly good reason. My goodness. And what a privilege to have it all to myself at the moment. Now, obviously, in the center here would have gone a statue that has left us, hopefully in a museum. And because we have this trough here, it could well have been a linga, you see. The water goes over the linga, it'll be placed in the middle. The water would have run down the trough, out the end, and would have become blessed or sacred as soon as it left. Normal water turning into magic water. There is a video on this channel where I go through that very procedure. This is incredible. This is incredible. Wow, you've just knocked me out. And just to remind, I say this often, but those water bottles are not rubbish. They are offerings. So one thinks, why do people drop them? No, they don't. It's offerings. As we can see, the incense sticks, which are infusing the air with this lovely smell. You know, as I'm sure they would have done all those years ago. I believe joss sticks are a very ancient thing. There's nothing new about them. So we have the altar. We're missing what I believe would be a linga, but we're certainly, well I am anyway, getting a full flavour for this sacred space by the scent of worship, I suppose, isn't it? And Jesus, this is just staggeringly beautiful. Let's give this gentleman here, this mighty one with such a beautifully scented heart, a bit of our time. Now, made of brick and being over 200 years older than Angkor Wat, because this was the first capital of the Khmer Kingdom, you can see it's all rather weathered, isn't it? Let's have a look at these reliefs here, and that'll demonstrate that. there you go. It's rather worn, and we do have the blocked doorway here, and that is really, really spectacular. And around we go, being careful on the stones and everything else. I'm going to whip round because we have so much to see. And here we are at the back of him, and we'll leave him now with a view of his rear, which again is a blocked doorway. But blocked or not, it certainly looks impressive, doesn't it? The whole thing is really impressive. So there, through those trees, is that main one that we've just been to. Now, we have numerous octagonal temples, as you can see, but one of them we'll do a walk round, and I've picked this one because it may give an indicator as to why octagonal temples didn't proliferate. Right, and here we are as we go around the sides, and look at that. That is a chasm rather than a crack. It is a monster one, but as we edge on, we can see a helping hand in the form of very ugly steel that's forming a buttress to hold him up. But I'd rather anything held him up. It could be anything at all rather than him to fall. And all the way around are these superb reliefs. Let's have a look at another one, because they are just... Oh, look, there's a little man. He's worth visiting. Let's have a quick scan up first. And then we'll say hello to the little man here. Look, he's in very good detail. Oh, isn't he sweet? And through the trees we walk as we meet the last one that's available to us that's not under construction. And we're already seeing those fatal cracks in exactly the same place. So maybe this is why Angkor Wat, the older site, everything is so square. It's more robust, rather embarrassing if you're a powerful leader or a king and things are crumbling around you. Now this one, I believe we can go into. Yes, we can. Oh, really? Oh, please. Oh, yes. Have a look at this. Now that is very interesting, isn't it? That is mighty. And the floors here as well, it always adds so much more to its completeness. But what we notice coming down those stairs are often we have the square hole, you see, square, where the statue would be placed inside. But this time we have these additional grooves, and they're rather large, these grooves. Shall I put my hand down so you've got an idea? That's about 3 of Mr. B's fingers width, which I believe is a normal European standard. And the reason for those grooves can only be to offer more stability. Remember, these people were very much into their engineering. They didn't do things just because they fancied it. So that would lead me to believe the statue that went here would have been a mighty one. So there it is, potentially a linga, could well have been. And as we see the trough where the water would have gone over the statue and then run off the end here into a vessel, and it would have left as water, come out the end as sacred, blessed, or as I like to say, to have a bit of imagination, magic water, because surely that's what blessed water is. It invokes that there's something going on that wouldn't happen under normal circumstances. This is a fantastic place. Oh, wow. I adore this.
And where else could I end, apart from inside the main temple here at Poan? It has been an absolute, it's been a knockout, this one. It's reminded me of so much, and even with this echo and the scent of the incense gently drifting around my nose, it gives a feeling not only of its might with the echo, but also of how it was in the past with that delightful scent. This place is just knockout. It's going in my top 10 without a doubt. This has been Mr. B for Forgotten Temples of Cambodia. I hope you've enjoyed this little jog around and the ride that we've had. And if you want more, of course, there's plenty to pick from on this channel. So until next time, I hope you yourself discover a wonder or two in your day. Goodbye for now.